What if I told you you could have a great time for 30 minutes at a time for $3? Would you believe me? If you don't, then you haven't met me in your local gas station bathroom, and you haven't played Vampire Survivors, a $3 roguelite. The difference between roguelite and roguelike is that roguelites have carryover progression. But since it's unlikely we will meet at your local gas station, let me tell you about Vampire Survivors. Pixel art, I think, top down, bullet hell. Move with the WASD keys and nothing else. Your attacks happen automatically. That doesn't sound very engaging, you might say. But you are in fact a dumbass, because positioning yourself so that you don't die will keep your neurons flaring. Because the enemies will swarm you and will sometimes move in a pattern you have to account for, and levels will trap you or bombard you. Then there's the loot. Pick up XP crystals to level up. You level up and get 3 to 4 options of stuff to get. Stuff means weapons and passive items. This is where the game hooks you. RNG or gambling has been a part of civilization as long as money has. It's a part of us, and all of us are susceptible to the addiction it brings. I hate gambling, but Vampire Survivors does it right by giving you a choice. Level up and pick an option. Then there are chests. The chests will never force an item on you. They will only give you upgrades to the stuff you already have. It's gambling that doesn't infringe on player agency. And through progression, you will be able to control the gambling further by banishing an item from your run so you never see it again, and skipping the level up options entirely, hoping that the next level up will give you something better. Knowing my luck, it won't, but the options and the choice are what make the gambling feel good here. So let's look at some of the items in the game to give you an idea of what's in store. The first character has a whip. It strikes horizontally and kind of sucks ass. That is until you level it up, and then it also strikes behind you. And if you get the hollow armor, an item that increases your health, on your next chest you can evolve the whip, giving it lifesteal if it hits enemies with a critical attack. To be clear, the whip needed hollow armor in order to evolve. Another item, the garlic, the most powerful weapon against vampires. Also a potent weapon if you don't want to have extended conversations with anyone. The garlic creates a field of damage around you, an aura if you will, and enemies will take damage when they enter it. Upgrade it and the aura gets bigger and deals more damage. Combined with the Pumarola, a health regeneration item, it becomes the Soul Eater. Like the garlic, it's an aura, but this aura steals HP from your enemies. There are more evolutions and half the fun is finding new ones. You also have to unlock items in various ways, like finding the item on the map and fulfilling a condition, like surviving with a certain character for 10 minutes or something. You also unlock new characters in a similar way. I don't want to tell you about every item, so instead, here's a demonstration. You start off with one crappy starter, but then you level up and get more stuff, and then, in the late game, you will end up like this. This is your gameplay goal, the confidence in your own power to just stand still and let them come. You should be like the crowd when Ninja wasn't seeing enough movement.
Guys, just move! If you guys know it, just move. It's all I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my god.
The power feels good. However, if your build isn't good enough, you will eventually get suffocated in the crowd of enemies. But if you manage to survive for 30 minutes, you get the pleasure of dying at the hands of Death himself. The Pentagram, an item of pure suffering and evil. I know I said I didn't want to tell you about another item, but I just have to share my pain. The pentagram erases everything in sight. so it erases all the enemies. That's pretty good, right? No, because it also erases the XP crystals. And worst of all, the chests. You pick up an attract orb and start sucking all the XP crystals into your body. You feel pretty good, on top of the world, one might say. Wouldn't it be extremely funny if the pentagram activated at that exact moment? It's happened to me often, and every time I scream internally, because if I screamed externally, the cops would eventually show up at my door to check if someone was getting murdered. Yes, something is getting murdered here. My happiness and spirit. But you can upgrade the pentagram so that it has a chance to not erase the items. That way, the pentagram will only erase everything if you have a chest or a chest enemy in your line of sight. But the crown, an XP increase item, will truly make you a king when combined with a pentagram, because then it becomes the gorgeous moon. And it is very gorgeous because it generates extra XP crystals, and when it erases all the enemies, it sucks up all the XP crystals. And that makes all my pain and suffering worth it. But wait, there's more. You get gold to upgrade some of your items, which is your carryover progression. You get gold by destroying torches or candeliers, basically light sources. Food can also drop from there, which will heal you. You can also get the attractor power-up thing, which will suck up all the XP crystals, which is an instant maximum dopamine high. And this fire breath thing, oh, they feel so good. Then there's the Arcana. They provide a powerful boost to a certain playstyle. Like the Saraband of Healing, the first one you get, doubles your healing and damages nearby enemies for the same amount you heal. Another one. Plus 3 revives. Consuming a revive gives plus 10% health, plus 1 armor, and 5% might, area, duration, and speed. Those probably mean nothing to you, but it's important, and no, I'm not gonna explain it. Okay, fine. More might means more damage, area means bigger area, duration means your weapon attacks last longer. Okay, no more explaining. I think I've covered everything, and yes, I left some stuff out because I don't want to spoil everything. Time for opinions. When I first looked at it, I thought it was just another trashy indie game that wasn't very well designed. But then I played it, and then spent an entire day playing it. It's good, but maybe you shouldn't take my word for it since I'm addicted to a mobile idle game called Exominer. By the way, this game really should be on mobile. It would be perfect for it. The only thing I don't like is that I have to watch the chest opening animation every single time. I wish I could skip it. This game shows you how you should implement RNG in your game. Give your player control over it. There's also a lot of build crafting you could get into with the items and the arcanas. This game has a lot to offer, and it isn't even fully released yet. I give the game a garlic out of a knife. The knife is like a really sucky weapon, but the garlic is really good. So I'm saying the game is good. Do you get the joke now? $3 is a steal for this game. Mobile version please. Call me Uncle Bryan and have a subscribe to my fucking channel day.